Oh no, we have a pretty good idea.
What's your impressions of him?
Impressive. Ball comes out of his hand like probably one other guy I've ever coached. I mean, it comes out that quick, that fast. He's got escapability, maneuverability. He's got all the pieces. It's now just going to be about getting into the offense and seeing how he picks things up from a spread quarterback standpoint. But the tools are pretty impressive. When the defensive coaches rave about somebody, and they don't do that very often, you got somebody that has a chance to be really good.
How important is it going to be to establish the run early, just to be able to? This game hasn't shown a lot of punts traditionally for Notre Dame, but just to establish that, and maybe for the offensive line to give them that challenge.
Yeah, I think any game is important to establish something. Whether it's the run or the pass, depending on what they allow you to do. This is a team that, as we've talked about, that plays a lot of two deep and very deep. You would think that you'd have an opportunity to run the football successfully. So, we know what we're going to get from a defensive perspective. Offensively, this is strictly about your possessions and points on the board. I don't really care whether we throw it 90 times or run it 80 times. This is about maximizing your possessions and putting points on the board. If you look at last year's game, whether the story came out that, boy, they did a great job establishing the run or the pass, turned the ball over in the red zone twice. And that was the difference in the game, points on the board. So I'll still stay with, I think, you'd look at this game and go, boy, the way they play, you should be able to run the football with effectiveness. If we can't, we've got to put points on the board and maximize our possessions.
I realize 2010 is all that matters, but the schedules for 11 and 12 were released yesterday.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, particularly the 12 schedule, looks like a gauntlet.
I thought it was a pretty strong schedule. That's why I came to Notre Dame. To play those kinds of teams in those venues, it's pretty exciting. If I looked at it as, boy, could we throw in a couple of 1AAs? Why would you come to Notre Dame? That's the kind of football we want to play. We're not at that position where I can say our football team's ready to win all those games, but that's where we're going to get to. And hopefully by 2012, this football team can go out and display that the other side of the ledger is, man, we got to play Notre Dame this week. And that's how I look at it.
Do you also feel the margin of error is reduced considerably?
Yeah, when I said, I'll take the job at Notre Dame, is when that margin reduced. So you didn't have to show me a schedule in 2012. I knew that margin was like this when I decided to take the job, regardless of what the schedule looks like.